What is good, Washington fans? Crazy news right now. League done messed up, right? League done messed up. Dwayne Haskins is released by the Washington football team. Railroad Ave making a culture move. This is what people wanted last week. After the pictures with the stripper butt in his face and him at the private party, whatever it was, on a party bus and everything, and Ron Rivera gives this man a second chance. He gives this man a second chance. And he goes out and throws 2 interceptions, has a fumble, which was debatable, has like a 36.4 passer rating, something just ridiculously bad. Body language bad, everything bad. Dan Snyder, man. This is Dan Snyder's pick. And I don't want to pile on Dwayne Haskins. I know everybody's comparing him to Jamarcus Russell. He might be the equivalent of a Kwame Brown in the NBA, a Washington Wizard pick, a Washington team pick, unfortunately. Kwame Brown, he really might be the equivalent of the Kwame Brown of the NFL. I don't know if he's that bad as Kwame Brown, but Jamarcus Russell territory, Ryan Leaf territory, he's getting into that territory, really. And it's not all about on-field play, it's about the maturity off of the field, the decisions that you make off of the field. You break the virus protocols twice. You were in a hotel, you try to bring a family member in there, you got fined for that. The selfie, and I wasn't entirely mad about the selfie, but it is what it is. You're supposed to be in victory formation. After your team beats the Lions, you got to take the knee. It should not be Case Keenum going out there and doing that. You should be the one out there taking the knee. The Instagram videos over the summer, I liked seeing him work out and everything, but sometimes it just looked like he was more concerned about social media than actual football. Twitter, the Simba nickname, Lee done messed up everything, charging people at the draft party. Some things off of the field could rub a lot of people the wrong way. Honestly, it really does. It really could, and it did. Watching those Instagram videos over the summer where he was working out, had the cameraman follow him everywhere. It was like, oh man, Dwayne Haskins changed. He's done some things. He lost 17 pounds over the summer, and he looks slower than what he was. Like, he definitely regressed. Do I think anybody else is going to pick him up in the offseason? They could, So this shows you that there was no trade value for Dwayne. I was saying maybe 6th or 7th round pick. There's no trade value for him to wait in the offseason. Ron was just fed up. He missed the presser yesterday after the game. Then he did it at his house, so that was bizarre and different. He immediately left after the game. I know people's gonna make the jokes and say he tried to go to the strip club and try to party with some girls or whatever after the game, but no, he immediately went home, had a presser at his house when you're really supposed to have it at the stadium after the game. That was bizarre and weird. When you do look at him on the sidelines, he's not really looking at the clipboard. I don't want to nitpick on the young man, but it's just a lot of red flags with Dwayne Haskins. A lot of red flags, a lot of growing up to do, a lot of maturing to do, a lot of growing up to do. Bentley Haskins, he bought the Bentley. That was the first thing. No knock on that. That's what players do when they first, get their contract. But Dwayne has to be very smart with his money. So the cap hit for this is $11 million. His salary was like 4 years, $14 million or something like that. I'll look up his contract real quick. But man, all the things about Dwayne Haskins, man, just wasn't prepared in the second half when he used to come in, and Jay Gruden didn't like him. We all know that. The coaching staff didn't want him. He's a Daniel Snyder pick. The Bullis connection. He's a hometown local guy. Went to Bullis High School in Maryland with Daniel Snyder's son. Daniel Snyder wants to pick up Dwayne Haskins. Dwayne Haskins was a dog in college. I'll give him that. He threw 50 touchdowns, 8 picks. That's out of this world type of numbers. And I know he had Terry McLaurin and some other receivers on that roster. Ohio State quarterbacks are just really bad in the NFL. Cardell Jones, Troy Smith, JT Barrett, Terrell Pryor. The list goes on and on and on. It just does not work out for Ohio State quarterbacks. And Dwayne Haskins, he puts the exclamation point on it. He really does. 4-year, $14 million contract with the Washington football team. Included $8 million signing bonus, $14 million guaranteed, and an average salary of $3 million. He is a $11 million dead cap hit for the Washington football team. So, he'll carry a cap hit of $3 million this year. But, wow. Them releasing him right now was somewhat of a surprise, but maybe Ron should have did it before the game. Maybe he should have. And after seeing his performance, he just looked aloof. He looked like he didn't want to be there. He looked lost. He looked like, I don't know. Like I said, he had his eyes closed on the bench at one point, where it looked like he was in a nightmare or something, or in a dream. Like he just wanted to wake up and leave and not be in the stadium. Where he had ample opportunities to prove himself and change the narrative. I mean, he could have went out there and played hard, not just manage the game, not turn the ball over, staring down receivers. Staring down, I don't know, the video of him and Thomas Davis talking in training camp will go down in history. The picture of him partying will go down in history with no mask. The picture of him doing the selfie will go down in history for Dwayne Haskins. Just bad things off the field. And like I said, I think he's a nice guy. I think he's a good young man, but the decisions he makes are just bonehead decisions. Bonehead decisions. His Twitter's private now. His Instagram is private. Honestly, I think he should just delete both. Just stay off of it. Focus on your craft. Focus on football. Do you really love the game? Do you really want to play football? Is football your first thing other than, religion and everything else? Is it really your first calling? Is it what you really want to do? Are you doing football because it looks cool and you're getting money, or do you want to play football because you love the game? Those are some questions that he has to ask himself. And like I said, I don't want to keep piling on Dwayne Haskins, but man, like I said, Lee done messed up. We really did mess up. Dan Snyder really messed up with this pick, man. And I was a Dwayne Haskins. I still want to see the young man do well, whether it's in Pittsburgh with the Steelers, whether it's with the Falcons backing up Matt Ryan, whether it's in Tampa Bay being on the practice squad, backing up Tom Brady, being the third string, fourth string guy, whether it's being with the Saints, being on the practice squad, Drew Brees behind Jameis Winston, whoever, Taysom Hill. I want to see this man be successful, but does he want to be successful? Is he going to put the work in to be successful? We have to question that all the time, and it's just, you shouldn't have to question it. The bragging, allegedly he bragged about stats, 300 yards against the Ravens. I mean, it's so many red flags with Dwayne Haskins, man. so many red flags, man. Like I said, I really thought he played his best last year when Kevin O'Connell was the offensive coordinator, and he actually got Rookie of the Week against the Eagles. People don't know that he got Rookie of the Week against the Eagles last year, where we lost to them like 33-25. Dwayne Haskins played a very good game. Had 2 touchdown passes. I don't think he threw an interception. Actually ran a read option for like 25 yards against the Eagles. Played really well. Giants game, he was like 12 for 15, threw like 2 touchdowns before the first half. He got injured. Played really, really well. That was his best football that I've ever seen him play. Showed promise in the Seahawks game in the second half 2 weeks ago or last week, where we just lost. And, Taylor Heineken comes in the game against the Panthers yesterday. And Dwayne Haskins' performance makes Taylor Heineke look like the second coming of Joe Montana. That's how bad Dwayne was yesterday. Everything was really bad. And when he plays, the rest of the team plays bad. Honestly, they really do. Steven Sims fumbling the ball, mistakes after mistakes. The whole offense just changes. When Alex Smith is in there, guys play harder, they make less mistakes. When Dwayne Haskins is in there, mistakes happen, bad things happen. So I'm one of the few people still rooting for this man to be successful in life and be successful in the NFL, whether it's the NFL, the XFL, playing with the DC Defenders with Cardell Jones, or playing anywhere else. I'm still one of the few people that want to see that. I want to see this guy succeed. I think it's best for him to leave DC, to leave the DMV area. Sometimes it's just better for new scenery. Like I said, it's just better for guys to leave and get some new scenery. Sometimes when you come home to play, you get drafted in your hometown, it's distractions, it's harder to play, and you just get a lot of distractions. So I think it's just better for him to play with a different team, with a different structure, where less pressure. So this is rough for us that we missed on a first round pick like this. Top 15 pick. This will go down in history. It really will. This is going to be another first round miss, a first round bust for the Washington Redskins, for the Washington football team. He reminds me of Josh Doxson. He reminds me of Sewell Cravens, all the guys that you question their love for football. And he got released. All those guys got released. They needed to be released. Dwayne Haskins needed to be released. This is best for both sides. It's best for us as a Washington football team, and it's best for Dwayne Haskins to be released. He needs to go to a team as far away from the DMV area. Seriously, as far away. So I hate to see it end like this, but it had to be done. League done messed up. We done messed up. Selfie gate, stripper pictures and all that, man. this is how it ends. This is how it ends. So once again, I wish the best for Dwayne Haskins, and him wearing number 7, Joe Theismann's number, man. You gotta retire that number now. Put that number away for Joe Theismann. Nobody else should be able to wear that number. Nobody else should be able to wear it. Seriously, we had him come in and get that number. I'm so happy we didn't give the Sean Taylor number 21, Atlanta Collins. No more debates on these numbers. Just put the numbers away, stash them away. It is what it is. Nobody should wear those numbers. Nobody should wear 21. I think Joe Theismann is good enough to have his number put away for the Washington football team. Just put it away. Put it away, man. So, once again, man, this is tough. I hate to see it, but it needed to be done. And this is a culture change. This is one of the big moves by Ron Rivera. Hopefully we can rally around each other and beat the Eagles on Sunday. Hopefully we can make the playoffs, man. If Alex plays, we have a legitimate shot at making the playoffs and beating the Eagles for real. We really do. There was something else I'm about to say about Dwayne Haskins that I forgot I was going to say. But yeah, there was a report yesterday that Morgan Moses tried to stop Dwayne Haskins from leaving the building, from running away, or leaving FedEx Field and to stay for his interview or whatever. And Dwayne was already in street clothes, and Morgan Moses was in pads trying to stop him from leaving. So I don't know how true that is, but man, this is how it ends. This is how it ends. This is how it ends for Simba, man. This is how it ends for Simba, for young Simba. So you guys let me know what you guys think, man. We'll be going live tomorrow night, not tonight, so we will have a lot to discuss. If we win, we're in against the Eagles. Like I said, Jalen Hurts is good, but he turns the ball over. The Eagles defense is in shambles. Their corners are in shambles. Have a lot of injuries on that side. Fletcher Cox has a stinger. So we'll talk more about the Eagles tomorrow night. And of course, we'll talk about Dwayne Haskins. So make sure and be ready for the live. Have your notification bell on for the live tomorrow night. We'll be going at either 7 p.m. or 9 p.m. Stay tuned. Hail to the football team. All right, y'all. Peace.